There is a lie that the world tells you after a certain age. It says, your time has passed. You should have figured it out by now. Starting over is for the young. If you are over 50 and starting again, after a divorce, after a loss, after a career that ended, after a life that no longer fits, this video is for you. The fear of starting over is not really about the thing itself. It is about what other people might think. It is about the voice in your head that says, I should be further along by now. I should have it together. I should not be back at the beginning. But let me ask you something. Who decided that life must follow a straight line? Who said that 50 means finished? I have seen people begin new lives at 60, at 70. I have watched women leave marriages that drained them for decades and find peace for the first time. I have watched people lose everything and discover that what remained was finally, truly theirs. Starting over does not mean you failed. It means you are honest enough to say, that chapter is done, and I still have life left to live. The hardest part of starting over is not the change itself. It is the people around you, family members who question your choices, friends who grow uncomfortable because your courage reminds them of their own stillness, children who do not understand why you could not just stay the way things were. When a woman over 50 changes her life, the world does not always applaud. Sometimes it resists. Sometimes the people closest to you are the ones who push back the hardest. This is not because they do not love you. It is because your change disrupts the version of you they were comfortable with. But here is what I have learned. You were not put on this earth to make everyone else comfortable. You were put here to live honestly, and sometimes honesty requires disruption. There is a Buddhist teaching I carry with me. It says, do not cling to what is familiar simply because it is familiar. Comfort and peace are not the same thing. You can be comfortable and deeply unhappy. You can be uncomfortable and finally free. If someone cannot support the version of you that is growing, that tells you something about them, not about you. Starting over at 50 is not starting from nothing. You are not 20. You are not lost in the way you were then. You carry something now that you did not have before. Experience, patience, the hard-won wisdom of knowing what you will no longer accept. That is not weakness. That is your foundation. You do not need to have a perfect plan. You do not need to know every step. You only need to take the first one. Move to a new city if your heart is calling you there. Start the work you have been putting off for years. End what needs to end. Say what you have been holding back. Sit in silence and ask yourself, what do I actually want? Not what was expected of me, not what I was told to want. What do I want? That question alone is the beginning. I have seen it so many times. A woman walks away from what was safe, and the first few months are hard, lonely, uncertain, but then something shifts. She sleeps better. She laughs more easily. She stops apologizing for who she is. That is what starting over looks like. Not a dramatic transformation, just a slow, quiet return to yourself. You are not too old, you are not too late, you are not starting from zero, you are starting from experience, and that is the strongest place to begin. If these words reached you today, share this video with someone who needs permission to begin again.